influence of social media and mass media to social choice for our sustainable future and indirect democracy. So Japan people stand at the crossroads for nuclear problems and peace building since Great East Japan earthquake on March 11, 2011. There is public election for the social choice of public policy to solve nuclear problems and peace building on indirect democracy in Japan. I will read red font sentences only, sorry. So, though people can easily get ICT devices in Japan, influence of social media and mass media to social choice of public policy through election is not clear. So it is because the Japanese national government had prohibited the campaign for election by utilization of website until 19 April 2013. Research purpose. What is the voting behavior of people influenced in a developed country of ICT like Japan? So the number of internet users and the penetration rate among the general population. So 82.8% on 2013. Internet usage rate of devices 82.8%. Same. So then, about research significance. So I keep on researching Amartya Sen. So Amartya Sen has not analyzed the actual voting behavior for the valuation of his 4 points. Since on the sense theory, he emphasized in his idea of justice, firstly, public reasoning and participatory governance through public dialogue. For second, recommendation, the importance of minority rights. Third, impartial reasons for media freedom. So, though I wish to explain the relationship of these concepts in my presentation, but for lack of time, I focus on variation of significance of media freedom and indirect democracy by analysis of actual voting behavior in Tokyo gubernatorial election in February 9, 2014. So there is negative conditions. By negative conditions, the voting rate was 46.1%. That was the third lowest since World War II in the Tokyo gubernatorial election. So in short, there is high possibility that only people with high motivation about participation of decision-making of public policy and governance has visited to voting for negative match conditions. They are based for analysis of the influence value judgment by social media and mass media that individual agent can daily choose in private behavior. So, Asahi newspaper has already published the following result of a questionnaire on March 18, 2014. So, opposition of the restart of nuclear power plant is over 59%. The approval of the restart of nuclear power plant is 28%. This slide shows questionnaire answers before Tokyo gubernatorial election. There were over 59% who opposed to restart nuclear power plant based on the survey as a newspaper, most of people made the choice of non-voter in Tokyo governorship election. So Hosokawa Morihiro, as a candidate of the Tokyo governmental election, who was the prime minister in Japan, published the control information by major mass media by national government on February 10, 2014. So this is the voting result of governor of Tokyo in last year. So we can observe okay. So this zone shows, black font, actual ratio of votes on the Tokyo governorship election. So, but most of people didn't visit to election. So actual ratio of voters for the total voters in Tokyo, so this rates, there is a difference. So I wish to analyze the actual voting behavior and cause of voting behavior. So firstly, I show category A for analysis of voting behavior, social choice for decision, whether promotion of nuclear policy versus non-nuke. Before explanation, I wish to explain and introduce promotion of nuclear policy. The two candidates published. Masudoi Yoichi, who can win. This Masudoi Yoichi belongs to National Governmental Party at now. So and Tamogami Toshio belongs to the extreme rights. So and so three persons published no news. Utsunomiya Kenji and Hosokawa Morihiro and Ieri Kazuma. In the case of Utsunomiya Kenji, it belongs to left wing and communist party. So in the case of Hosokawa Morihiro, the political independent, he was a former prime minister. And Ieri Kazuma, he is also political independent. He is not member any political member at the past. So I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So the non-voters that are not interested with politics, about 50% in Japan. The people that aimed a promotion of nuclear power point, nuclear power strongly, about 25%. The people that aimed strongly actual contribution for no nuke, about 20% in Japan. So in the current political voting behavior in Japan, political majority is non-voters. There is a possibility that majority is influenced by mass media, weather, condition, and Olympics. So because near before election, so Olympics game published on TV. So then, and I showed a different type category B for analysis voting behavior. This is cultural segments for value judgments. The non-voters, 50% for total voters. the people that were influenced to social authorized power 20%. This shows voters to Maszoe. So Maszoe's background, biggest religious organization for the Komeito, and the biggest labor unions, electric power companies group, major mass media for the governmental party. So the people that were influenced by only political ideology, 60%, the voters of Utsunomiya, and for communists and socialists, and as well as the voters of Tamokami. He is extreme right. So, and the people that were influenced by internet as main social media, and maybe liberal ideology, maybe. So, there is a public statistic. So about daily lifestyle on Japan. So the total rate of agents that shows total population rates that keep on showing TV, 89%. Average time in a day, they keep on seeing TV for 3 hours. So this is very important voting result. So there are 20s in Japan trends to prefer the extreme right. So, and in the case of over 70s, prefer the current cabinet, the National Government Party. So this is a result of result of election, Tokyo governmental election. So after the result, Prime Minister Abe made a decision making of social choice about the promotion of nuclear power policy, including the restart of nuclear power plants. So this is very important. Governance by minority and absence of governance by majority on actual democratic circumstance in Japan. So near future, I wish to start in Japan. So very important news, but TV doesn't publish. So Prime Minister Abe published the high motivation for the revision of constitution since next national election on July. So the approval rate of current cabinet keep on increasing from 44.7% to 48.3% as a result. The rate of, we can understand the rate of younger generation among 20s and 30s who supported the extreme right is higher than rate of elder generation on Tokyo governmental election. So the national government changed public election law that young people over 18 years old can vote to public election. So, and Yomiuri newspaper published the comment by Shimomura Fumihiro, who is a special aide of Prime Minister Abe on 2 December 2015 towards revision of the constitution. There is a plan that both House of Councilors election and lower house election will be enforced on July this year. So and elderly people, you can observe, you can understand the result of Tokyo gubernatorial elections. So elderly people over 70 in Japan supported the Liberal Democratic Party based on current cabinet in Tokyo governmental election. As a result, the national government supplied 3,100 yen per person as a public stipend for the elderly people only with low income as a spring. Edano Yukio, who is the Secretary General of the Democracy Party, criticized the supply of the public split before the national election would be suitable to buy voters under electronic campaign only. Yomiuri Yoshihiro Hasegawa Yoshihiro, who is the chief reporter of Chunichi, a newspaper company, a very big company, privately published the possibility that government would postpone consumption tax increase from next April to next autumn, since national election on July next year for election campaign. So, despite that Japan that keep on developing the ICT, social choice by Japanese people strongly is influenced by major mass media of TV and newspaper. As a result of the analysis of Tokyo governmental election, even if social media or internet are developed and separate for public dialogue in society, media freedom, particularly mass media, strong influence not only sustentation of democracy but also future direction of public policy. So this is to me what can we and I do for sustainable future direction in Japan and the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Yes, in the back, please.
Thank you for such a very informative presentation. I really enjoyed that. So, I have a couple of comments and questions. So, first of all, why still the big media can't influence the Japanese opinions despite the social media interest being so spread out? So, do you have some ideas of why still? I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, it's a very important. So, before, frankly speaking, I hoped the spread of internet before great earthquake. But I noticed, though I couldn't explain the relationship between mass media and one more. Sorry. Mass media and social media like internet. On the economic system and public policy. So I noticed that the more spread of internet to the general public, that shows the decrease of expenditure for getting information, public information. For example, in the case of me, I can get social information with freely from internet. It's very convenient and useful. But in spite of when we observe the media's 収入ってなんて、media's income from by buying the information decreasing. So therefore, the as well as advertisements on mass media also keep on decreasing, not increasing, by influence of internet surplus. As a result, public advertisement is very valuable for mass media. This is cause of shadow cause between mass media and national governments for control of information.
Thank you. And also, I want to kind of one more question. About,
Yeah.
For example, how about education? Now, if you agree with that, what kind of education do you think we should promote to answer this kind of question? Because I think education is even elementary,
Yeah.
higher education, university, very important.
Yeah.
So, what kind of, if you have ideas, what kind of education do you think contribute to answer this question to make
Yeah.
Japan or the world more sustainable?
Yeah. So I keep on working elementary school teacher. So there is education for contribution to sustainable society and peace building. Our teachers on elementary school keep on strongly effort. But media is stronger, unfortunately. So even if we for example, even if we educate the significance of democracy or human rights in the elementary school, but they keep on touching, control the information. So you can observe. This rate is very important. This rate. TV only. Or 24 hours. In the 24 hours, most of people in Japan keep on watching TV for 3.5 hours. So that is like a brainstorming.
Brainwashing.
Sorry, brainwashing. Storming, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, you showed the figure of the voting yes or no to agree or disagree to nuclear. So please show us right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It's results, voting results.
Yes.
Is before that you showed about
This point.
Opposition. I think if you insist that the voting control was influenced by social media, I think this figure is also influenced by the social media. One point. So if you assert your point, you have to show the difference between the TV, content of TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that just before the election.
Yeah.
And the second point is it's only about nuclear
Yeah,
station.
yeah.
But the election is the disputing points is very various. So including Olympic or
Yes, that's right.
So you can't compare directly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your comment.
Question? Thank you, Kai.
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
Let's give her a hand, please. And we'll have our last presentation before the break. Dr. Anwarullah Buyan. Moral decay is the resource crunch. Exploring bioanthropology.